What is up, guys? Politics Gaming here, and today we are looking at another dev diary from World Warfare and Economics. It's going to be the third dev diary, which will cover divisions, squadrons, missiles, and manufacturing processes. So before we get started here, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss anything whenever I do make it on the channel. And whenever there are new dev diaries for World Warfare and Economics, I do want to post them on the channel, so look forward to that whenever I do make them, as well as more Power and Revolution content coming in the near future. Look forward to that as well. Hit that bell notification icon so you miss anything whenever I do post it to the channel. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this dev diary, and we'll go ahead and discuss the divisions, squadrons, missiles, and manufacturing processes in World Warfare and Economics. Starts off with war is an intense armed conflict between states, governments, societies, or paramilitary groups such as mercenaries, insurgents, and militias. It is generally characterized by extreme violence, aggression, destruction, and morality using regular and irregular military forces. As president of a country, players will need to manage their army by manufacturing new units, researching new military technologies, building and upgrading military bases, and much more. In order to make war and military action more accessible in World Warfare and Economics, they will have 4 terrain masks: air, land, navy, and missiles. Each mask will set all clickable infrastructures and units visible and available for selection. That way you don't need to see unnecessary units on a map. All units and infrastructures can be multiple selected by dragging the middle mouse to give a more easy way to send massive forces across the globe. We can actually see right here that the United States has all of these command structures. We have all these Air Force bases. And I believe we can actually see our allies, our enemies, etc. right here. So I don't know. Well, actually, I think that's just the map view in the bottom right. Divisions. In order to send land units to defense and attack provinces across the globe, players will need to create a new division. Divisions can be contained all types of land units, which means artillery, soldiers, tanks, armored vehicles, and missile launchers. So you can create massive force with a single object on the map. Divisions contain 6 attributes: HP, attack, speed, anti-tank, anti-air, and missile fire rates, if missile launchers are in the division, that is. So then each division has an efficiency attribute that can be gained by training them. Higher divisions' efficiency and make divisions perform better in battles. And a division can also consume fuel and logistics. That means that countries will need enough resources to support your army. And then if the country has a negative fuel and logistics, no more divisions can be deployed and be trained. And then divisions can have air squadrons, escorts attached in order to protect divisions from aerial attacks and give them close air support to the division in battle. So we can actually see a battle between Israel and Syria. So we can actually see that the troop force right here, as well on the Syrian and Israeli side. Then we see that it is called the Battle of Dara. We have a defender, an attacker, and then it says the estimated amount of time that the battle will complete. And then we see MP. I believe MP would be something like military points, but I don't understand on that part. So we do see that we have the types of divisions that we have. So we have a battalion, which is 3 to 1,000. We have a regiment, which is 500 to 2,000. We have a brigade, which is 2 to 4,000, or 4,000 to 20,000 for the Commonwealth. So this is between the United States and Commonwealth definition of these types of groups. We have a division, which is 10 to 20,000. We have corps, which is 30,000 to 60,000. We have an army, which is 100,000. We have an army group, which is 120 to 500,000. And then we have a region or theater, which is very rare at peacetime, which is 250,000 to 1 million. So we can actually command all the way up to a theater, which depends on the amount of troops that we have. So the X figure that we see right here is the type of division that it is. So they call it divisions just to kind of give it a name. But if you see more X's, so we see 2, 3, this is all in Roman numerals. So we have a 2, which is battalion, a 3, which is regiment, an X, or 10, which is a brigade. We have double X's, which is division. We have triple X's, which is corps. We have quadruple X's, which is army. We have 5 X's, which is an army group. And then we have 6 X's, which is a region or a theater, which is, again, region or theater is very rare to have in peacetime. So if you're having one of those, then I'm going to be worried about you in multiplayer. Um, we see the division template right here. So we see the makeup of it. So we have M1A2s, M1A1s, we have M60s a part of this division. We have fighters, we have medics, we have special forces. I'm really excited to kind of like get the special forces and kind of get them to go around. Squadrons, an operational unit in the air consisting 2 or more flights of aircraft and the personnel required to fly them. In order to have air squadrons, countries will need to build air bases. Each air base contains different air squadrons. Players can select multiple air bases in order to send multiple squadrons across the globe. Air bases can be upgraded to increase their capacity and HP. Air squadrons contain 8 attributes: HP, maneuver, speed, interception, electronic warfare, bombing, missile capacity, and range. And then we also see that squadrons can be set further than their range, but they will get a penalty to their attributes. Squadrons also have the efficiency attribute, which can be gained by training. Higher efficiency squadrons are more accurate for bombing and dogfights. And then we see that squadrons can be merged, trained, bomb infrastructures, give close air support to land divisions, intercept provinces' skies, which are dogfights, and then bomb mass destruction missiles. So basically, strategic bombing. And then we see the squadron. We can name the squadron. We see the type of attributes that it has right down here. And then we see that a specific squadron is right here. So we see the types of planes that we can get. So we do see that the Dassault Mirage 2000 was manufactured in 1984. It is a 4th generation aircraft. We see the manufacturing price, the selling price, and then the license price. So if we wanted to license, if we're not the country that is producing it, we can license it, but it will cost us money. We see the attributes right here. So we see the fuel consumption, missile cap, total range of the aircraft, etc. And then we see what it looks like whenever they're on a fire mission. So we see this F-16 possibly is firing a missile toward an airbase. And then we see the Massachusetts airbase right here. So we see Squadron 1, 2, 21, etc. And then we see the types of aircraft that are in these types of air wings or squadrons right here. So it's good to see that we have B-52s. I would be pretty disappointed if I didn't have my strategic bombers. And then we have missiles. In the modern era, the most intermediating forces are missiles. They can cause severe damage to infrastructures as well as the population. In World Warfare and Economics, there are 7 different types of missiles: air missiles, land missiles, naval missiles, ballistic missiles, hypersonic missiles, and biochemical missiles and nuclear missiles. Air, land, and navy missiles can only be launched from military units, which includes missile launchers, navy destroyers, jets, etc. As well as other missiles can be launched through the missile silos. Each missile silo has a fire rate attribute that can be upgraded by upgrading the silo. The player will be able to select multiple missile silos in order to launch multiple missiles attacks on a single target. Missiles can be launched one time or multiple times, which is consistent bombing, until the player AI decides to stop the bombing. Bombing provinces raises the province devastation rate. If the province is at 100% devastation rate, all population will be damaged and all infrastructures within the province will be destroyed. So we see the Florida missile silos, we have infrastructures, type of action, missile types, etc. So these are the missiles on their way. And then I believe this is a nuclear missile that goes off right here. Manufacture. In order to manufacture more military units and missiles, players will need the related functions. Which is for manufacturing land units, we need land military factories. For manufacturing air units, we need air military factories, etc. for Navy, and then etc. for land, air, and Navy missiles, and then etc. for ballistic, hypersonic, biochemical, and nuclear missiles, need mass destruction missile factories. Each facility gives production points rates. In order to manufacture units faster, players will need to have more manufacturing facilities. Each country has a different production rate, so ordering military units from the United States will be delivered faster than ordering them from Spain, for example. Each military unit needs different resources in order to be built. Manufacturing units can consume the following resources: iron, aluminum, electronic chips, and uranium. So that's actually going to be interesting that electronic chips are going to be a part of this. If player resources do not meet the requirement of production, units won't be able to produce. So players will need to either grow their resources or decreasing the amount of units until the requirement will be met. And then we have mass destruction facilities. We have 700 per facility, cost of $78. That's going to be cheap. 2,800 builders required, engineers required, 140. And then we have a finish date. So we have stats, we have military logistics, land production rate, naval production rates, air production rate, missile production rate, mass destruction production rate. We have air production rate rankings. So all these types of things, we can see the rankings per country. And then lastly, we have the types of units that we can build. So we have F-22 Raptors, F-35s, F-15s, F-16s, B-52 Stratofortresses, etc. So we can build more and manufacture more. And then it shows the type of shortages that we have, if any. So these are all green right now. I would assume that whenever you have a shortage of them, of those resources, they would become red, and you would have to meet that requirement in some way. And then lastly, from Lotus, he said, I would really be glad to hear your opinion and feedback, so please feel free to ask, share it, and make your feedback in the comments or in one of the gaming communities. Thank you so much for reading this, Lotus21. This is the last devlog of World Warfare and Economics, so if you guys like this, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you guys want to see more content on World Warfare and Economic, do subscribe to the channel. I will be playing it whenever it comes out. I know he's really excited to preview this game on my channel, and I know that's me and him are looking forward to, so I'm excited to preview it on the channel whenever it does come out. So leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much to Lotus for sponsoring my Patreon and supporting my channel. So if you guys want to support this channel in any way, go to my Patreon or become a member of the channel. Super chatting and as well as hitting that thanks button do help out the channel in a lot of ways, so do think about that. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, go support this guy if you want, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and take care.